We're having a fairly decent day today, so I figured I'd do a little bit of work on the chicken coop in the chicken run area. I'm gonna go ahead. I've cut a couple legs here. You can't see them in the camera, I guess, but I cut a couple of legs. I'm gonna take them out there, and I'm gonna try to make a cover on the back side of the coop to put the chicken's feed down so it doesn't get wet. And we get a lot of rain, and I mean, last month we got a whole lot of rain, so we can't put out the food the way I want to. Got to put it underneath the tarps, which are going to be gone shortly. I'm also going to try to seal the back of the chicken coop. I've got a couple ways to do that. I'm going to seal it up so that there's no holes and there's no gaps. So we can have that done, and I'm going to start working my way around the coop. We're getting, I guess, on Tuesday coming up, we're supposed to get some more wintry mix, rain and snow in the morning. You can really never tell exactly how much rain or snow you're going to get here, or how many days you're going to have with sunlight. You know, the weather here, because we're so rural, the weather predictions and things like that are all for the bigger city areas, Pocahontas, which is quite a ways away, Jonesboro, and places like that up here in northeast Arkansas areas. So anyhow, figured I would do a little bit of that today. I've got a couple other videos I want to put out shortly on trail cameras, the kind of trail cameras I have, how to set them up, and the ones that I actually think are the better ones so far. You know, since we've been out here, I've put four, maybe five different variations of trail cameras out. They're all fairly decent, but the ones that I like the best, I'll go through those as well. Anyhow, without further ado, we'll go ahead and we'll begin this project. We'll be right back. Alright, so first thing, you might be wondering why we have a tarp on the coop. I haven't gotten all the holes filled in from the old nails and screws that were on the barn, because this is all repurposed metal. So I'm going to try to do some of that today, as well as to put some stuff around the edges here to close off the corners. So I got to peel back the tarp real quick, and then I'll start in on that. Alright, so I'm not going to bore everybody with all the things I'm going to do here, so I'm going to cut the camera off, save on my battery, and once I get a little further along, I'll turn the camera back on. Alright, so I think the chickens like the little area there I built up for them, trying to keep them out of the rain when they're eating. Don't know how it's going to work. I used some spare pieces of 4x4 cedar and some other 2x4s underneath to hold it together. I sealed up the corners here. Don't know how close I can get that. I don't know if you can see on the corner there where the rooster's at. I put some stuff on there to seal it. Don't mind sunshine, he's always got to be a problem. But I've taken one of the tarps off, the other one I'm going to leave on there. I've got to make dinner here in a few. The last thing I want to do, of course we've got some more weather coming in this weekend, or not this weekend, but this week. So, let me get over here. Maybe you'll be able to see it. I want to be able to take and cover the back window here with leaving a gap on the sides. So I'm going to use 2x4s on the top and the bottom and leave the sides open, and use some clear plastic that you usually have for greenhouses. I've got a couple sheets of that I'm going to use, and I'm going to cut out a piece to put there. And then let me walk around the front. And as you can tell, I went up on top and filled all the holes here. This tarp will be moved at some point once I get it to where I need it. The front end's not been done yet, but on this door here, just a repurposed screen door. It's pretty heavy duty. It's got this big open area. I want to do the same thing on this that I'm doing to the back. I want to cover it with the clear plastic for greenhouses, so that I can still have some airflow, but it's not like gonna have wind blowing through here, and it'll keep the rain from going in. So don't know how everybody else is doing on their chickens, on their hens laying. We have a problem with the ducks, and of course the roosting bar here for all the chickens, they love it, but the ducks like to lay their eggs underneath where the chickens are leaving their poo, and I keep putting rocks in to try to keep them from doing that. And then we've got hens that'll lay in the nesting boxes, and then other hens that want to lay just everywhere, outside the coop, inside the coop, on the hay bales. And the only reason I put the hay bales in here was for another windbreak on the back side. But anyhow, that's pretty much the full update. And if there's that female goose, she still kind of keeps her distance, keeps to herself. I'll walk down here, do a little update on the pond, and you'll see the geese and the ducks. They love it. They're getting in and out of the pond now, all on their own. If I can get it. She's getting in the pond, and she's going to swim out over towards them. But they're doing their little thing, their pond thing. Try to focus it, not have it zoomed in. But that's pretty much it. And like I said, I'm going to go put everything up. I'm done for the day. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to. But the stuff I'm using, it's not as easy to put on as I thought it would be. So I'll show you what that stuff is too here in just a minute. So we'll be back shortly. Okay, so what I'm using is this peel and seal aluminum, and all it is a sticky roll of aluminum. Let me go ahead and set it down real quick. So all it is a sticky roll of aluminum. I'm burning off the grill. We're getting ready to grill out. But you cut it to the length you want, and you stick it to whatever area you want to seal up. So you've got a hole somewhere, so you just cut it and you seal it. It doesn't stick very well when it's cool out. It's only in the like 40s, I think, here, high 40s, I think it is. But it does look a lot better, and I used it on the back side where I have that overhang for their food now. Used it for water shedding off of the back of the coop as well. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to try and get at least the backside window area covered the way I want it covered, and then we're going to go from there. So anyhow, we'll continue working on it, and I'll update with the progress once we're done. All right. We'll see you.